Hey, how's everybody doing today? I just thought I'd address a problem that I run into a lot down here in the south. We get these late frosts. We always know it's probably going to frost again about April, but sometimes your plants think it's springtime and they start blooming out and doing their thing way before, because we'll have a real warm spell in the high 70s. They think it's springtime and they start doing their thing, but then that frost comes and you get a good winter freeze burn on your new leaves. And a thing that I deal with a lot is these Amaryllis. They'll come out with these big leaves, and then when the freeze comes they get burnt and they look like this. And I used to always wonder, oh, should I cut it off, or is it gonna make it where it doesn't bloom or kill the bulb? And the answer is no, it will not kill it, will not hurt it. It might if they're not established, I would think, but these have been in here for years. And I've also read that Amaryllis won't even survive a freeze, but these have been in the ground for years. And anybody else lives around here and has them knows that's true too, because they bloom every year. You see all these blooms coming up. But I don't ever leave this dead on here because the new growth can't come out if it's there drooping over. See that on like this here? You want to cut all these freezer burnt, mushy anythings off, and you can see I got a lot of bulbs coming. Even got a bloom here. But since I don't have sharp shears, I basically just take, if you got sharp shears, that's what you need to use, but I just got scissors. But I just cut it off, some of them right at the ground, because the new leaves will come out of the bulb. They might be a little later, they might bloom a little later, but they'll look a lot better. And also, like I said, these dead burnt stuff hanging over it, it won't be able to come out. They'll prevent them from growing. And even blooms that came up got freezer burnt. What I did, just cut them off right here. And there's several examples around in here where the leaves kept coming out, and I got another bloom right here. That bulb froze. But anyways, yeah, just let you know, you can cut this dead stuff off. Just cut it right down to the bulb so your new leaves can come out. There's a new, that's probably a flower. Yeah, give them room to grow. That way air can get in it and it can dry out, because if you leave all that mushy junk all over it, it's going to be where disease can grow and it could kill it from that. So trim off your freezer burnt leaves and whatever else is out there down to the bulb if you need to, and they'll be just fine, because mine have been for years. Same with daffodils, same with, I don't even know what these lilies are. Some people say they're spider lilies. But anyways, all these, just trim them off right down to the ground, or right down, get all the old dead stuff out of the way, and they'll come up later. See all this? I cut that one back, got new here. This is new. This flower needs to be cut off because it's burnt up. Just cut it down to the stem. But yeah, just a honey move. Come here, baby. This is just another example from the other side where I cut some off that were freeze damaged. My shadow's in the picture and my dog is really curious about this. But see, it all grew back. This grew back. This even has a bulb. Here's some new bulbs coming out. Flower buds, I meant to say. Buds coming out. That's where I cut a bunch back. All these I had to cut back because they were freezer burnt. There's some agapanthus. I'm going to do the same thing to them. Got a lot of flowers coming out. A lot of trimming to do. And here's some. If you let these grow out like that, they're going to look like heck the whole season. So while it's early, it's best to go ahead and cut them back to the bulb as well. And they'll grow out. Cut them a little above the ground, I do anyway. And it's terrible to use these scissors, but that's all I got right now. My shears are just, I haven't got any new ones this season yet, and they're horrible. They're just like mashing things together. So and I'm sure this may not be the right way to do it, but I do it and it works. Probably people saying, oh, that'll kill it. That's not what you should do. There's probably some other thing to do, but I looked up what to do before. Nobody really tells you what to do. So this is what I do. It may not work for you, but it has worked for me in the past. And we're doing it today because these things look terrible. After that burn, they were all grown out. And that freeze came along and just messed everything up. I'm gonna do these two. I trimmed them off, but I'm like, if that grows out, it's not gonna look very pretty. So we'll cut all these off and be done with it. There's plenty of growing season left around here. I'm gonna get the big shears to cut that big one off. But anyways, I hope this helps you out. Do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you later.